So I made a video about the God state. Pretty much it's a state where you pretty much go beyond all existence. You know how like God existed before everything, so you'd be inside that state that God was in before everything. So with that being said, right, it was from that state that God created everything. And it is from that state that you can create anything. Now, even if you don't fully get to that state, right? The closer you get to that state, the more powerful your manifestation will be. Because when you're inside that state, right, you're pretty much inside what they can call the causal realm. This realm causes reality. That's why it's called the causal realm, right? So with that being said, right, nothing exists here. But once an intent gets set here, it starts to manifest. You know what I'm saying? So when it came to God, right, God thought about everything he wanted to do and stuff like that inside the state and then enacted that forward and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And with that being said, you can do the same thing. Even if you just meditate, right? If you can get to a state where your mind is completely just clear and you're just even if you're observing blackness and stuff like that, right? Because the God state goes beyond the blackness. But even if you're observing the blackness, right? Once you start to clear your mind more, right, you're getting closer to the causal state. You're getting to the causes of your thoughts and stuff like that. So you can start planting seeds. I want this. I want that. I am this. I am that. Bang. You start to visualize inside that state. Bang. It sets in motion everything else that you need from there. You're going to start grouping together more thoughts, more visualizations, more impulses, more desires, more actions. And you're going to start creating from that pure state. Because a lot of people, right, want to start creating when they're already inside the worst state ever. Like, for example, you may want something, right? But if you're not the type of person right now who can achieve that, you're just gonna be saying, I want this, but you're layering I want this on top of a whole bunch of doubts. You know what I'm saying? You doubt yourself completely, but you want something, it's not gonna work. When you get to the God state, right, you're detaching to actually get to that state. You're detached from your senses, your sense of self, your character, your identity. You detach from all of that. Even if you don't get to the full God state though, right? Learning to clear your mind deals with detaching and stuff like that. So you naturally detach from your beliefs, your natural way of thinking, all that type of doubtful stuff, and you start to program it with new stuff. You know what I'm saying? That automatically starts generating what you want to achieve. If you place the belief "I am worthy" inside that state, you start to believe it in a more solidified way. And you start thinking out of that state. If you go to sleep like that, imagine, bro, because when you go to sleep, you kind of enter the God state. When you go to sleep, you had a good sleep where it was no dreams. You were inside the God state because the whole time you were asleep, you didn't just see black. At some point, you were literally out of existence, getting rest. While inside that state, you could actually get to that full state, bro. I'm telling you, if you plant a seed inside that state, bro, it's gonna be crazy. Which is gonna be a little bit hard because you're trying to detach to get to that state, so you may end up forgetting your intent. You know what I'm saying? But with simple just meditation, clearing the mind, and then programming it, that works also. And then you're gonna start creating out of that state. I'm telling you, bro. You may not think it's that powerful, but it really is. This is how you really start to manifest, bro. You can't just be a person with all these doubts, limited beliefs, and say, I want to do this if it doesn't align. Like, instead, you just go beyond all those and then you plant the seed. Don't plant the seed on unfertile ground. You know what I'm saying? Get to the fertile ground, then plant the seed and watch it start to sprout. I'm not gonna lie, I think that was the best analogy I had for that one. You know what I'm saying? So that's creating out the God state. You know what I'm saying?